Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this. Today is Wednesday, October 7th, and that was a young Yo-Yo Ma. I believe he's turning 64 today, but that was when he was 7 years old playing the cello for, among others, President John F. Kennedy back in sometime in the early 60s. So Yo-Yo Ma, one of the world's greatest cellists, and showing you that if you put your mind to it and work hard, you can, and practice, you can develop excellent skills and go do whatever you want. So dream big, kids, and then put the hard work in, and it can happen. A lot of the hard work is the big part of it. You got to discipline yourself, and like, if I want to do something, got to set your mind to it and put time in. But if you do that, you can accomplish near whatever you want to. So keep that in mind. So young Yo-Yo Ma at 7 years old. All right, like I said, today is October 7th, and back in 1763, on October 7th, an important step that led up to the Revolution, the American Revolution, look for cause and effect and see how events that take place, how they have ripple effects and lead to other effects that have other effects. So it's kind of this long underlying, just this long line of cause and effects, and every cause has an effect, which leads to another cause and effect. So just kind of think, the more you think of history and things like that, and you can make logical sense of it, right? But on this line, and on this day, the King of England made what was called the Proclamation of 1763. And basically, it was after the French and Indian War, or 7 Years' War, however you want to call it. Basically said, if you think of where the Appalachian Mountains are, so go back to your geography skills and look up the Appalachian Mountains, and basically it separated the 13, what would become the 13 original colonies, or most of them, from the rest of of America, right? So it's a mountain chain running from like New York all the way down to what became Alabama. And basically the king said, okay, British colonists, you don't get to go to the west of this line. That's for the Native Americans. They have that. No more colonization over there. And it really is going to be really cause of irritation for the British colonists, because especially back then, land equaled opportunity and money, and they knew there was a lot of land over there they could farm and stuff like that. So they could say that line, like, don't cross it, but the British colonists are not going to have any of that. So it's going to be one of the start causes that's going to lead to this game of kind of chicken, basically, as we lead up to the Revolution, about a decade later, when the British would, kind of challenge the colonists to okay, we're going to tax you or whatever. And the colonists say, no, you're not. And then they'd go to the brink of war and then draw back, to the brink of war, draw back. And eventually, of course, the Boston Tea Party is going to happen. And the British are going to shut down Boston Harbor. And that's going to be the kind of final straw, lead to Lexington Concord, and the American Revolution breaks off. But the proclamation line was an important first step in 1763 on this date. There's also Niels Bohr birthday. He was born in 1860s. He is going to be an important figure, scientific figure, who's going to really lead to more understanding of how the atoms work, and he's going to get the Nobel Prize in physics at some point. Desmond Tutu is also having a birthday, and he is going to be kind of like a Martin Luther King figure for South Africa. Remember, South Africa had kind of a similar segregated racial history as we did in the United States. And Desmond Tutu, he's going to be Archbishop of the Anglican Church in South Africa, and he's going to be kind of like MLK is, and among other people, but their voice of calling for, we're all humans, we're all equal, let's treat each other such. And he's going to lead to South Africa kind of having a reckoning and breaking away from their segregated past, which of course they're still dealing with today. But Desmond Tutu, really important figure. Saw his granddaughter speak once, and she was amazing. So Desmond Tutu. All right, Crockett birthdays today. No staff birthdays. We have Tanner Riggins. We have Silas Vickers. We have Levi Sierra. All right, happy birthday to you all, and we're going to close on the four-way test. The four-way test are the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will build goodwill and better friendships? Will be beneficial to all concerned? Our virtue this month is friendliness. How you showing friendliness, Crockett? Hope you're being friendly to yourself. Hope you're being friendly to your family. Hope you're being friendly to your friends. The very definition of friendliness, right? Hope you're being friendly to strangers and everyone you see, and hope you're being friendly to your teachers, because they deserve it, because they're working real hard for you. All right. Miss you guys. Can't wait to see you around the hall, or see you in a Zoom, or see you around town. Bye.